Marijn Boersma, thank you so much for finding the time here at the Paris Air Show. We're in the middle of Holland. I have the feeling that there's so much Holland here, it's actually larger than the Netherlands, right? I mean, you've got so much space here, there's so much going on and so much to do with sustainable aviation. But would you like to start firstly by just telling us who you are and who you work for and why you're here?
Yeah, thank you. So I'm Marijn Boersma. I work for LIT. It's a public-private partnership in the Netherlands. I work as a communication and stakeholder manager over there for the project office.
Excellent. And tell us a little bit about LIT, because it sounds like this is another superstar organization that is making things happen.
So LIT is a public-private partnership under the Dutch National Growth Fund. The Growth Fund is actually an initiative by the Dutch government to invest in the Dutch economy with social benefits. They have 50 programs, of which LIT is one. And within LIT, we try to accelerate the transition towards sustainable aviation with having 2050 for carbon neutral aviation in our mind. And we do that by hosting 13 projects from technological to ecosystem and knowledge-based projects.
So I heard about that. These are the three kind of pillars of the work that you do. So from the 13 projects you're supporting, you put them into those three pillars. Could you just go through those three again? We have knowledge and...
Yeah, so the biggest pillar is sustainable technology, which is where we actually work with innovative companies to actually work on efficient light materials, efficient propulsion, hydrogen airplanes, and then we have knowledge, where we work closely with knowledge institutes, universities, to kind of build the balance in the background. And then we have ecosystem, where we try to connect all of the Dutch partners within the European ecosystem, but also make sure they know how to find each other and strongly kind of connect and form a bond to together move towards sustainable aviation.
Excellent. And so what I love about this fund, what I love about this foundation is it was founded between government and industry, commerce.
Yeah.
And we believe in collaboration. I say it in every podcast, we believe everything we need to save the planet has already been invented. We just need to work together. SAF is not a new thing, for instance. Batteries are not a new thing, for instance. Sure, we need to do some optimization, but if we work together, we can do this. And that fascinates me because this whole foundation is pretty young, right? Could you tell us a little bit about how it got started and how we got government and industry to speak to each other?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is hard, of course, but we do think it's the way forward. I think definitely in every industry, but in aviation in particular, for these big innovations that are needed to make aviation sustainable, you need something to get the new innovation off the ground. You need some
start capital,
some big institution that would stand behind you, like, okay, we're gonna help you.
Yeah.
And by doing that, and it's not just the money, it's also through LIT we bring all these partners together to work on a specific project, on specific innovation, and they all bring their own knowledge, and I think that's the power of LIT, definitely.
Excellent. Yeah. I know that's really, really great. And I know, obviously, we're recording this podcast here at the Air Show. It's not going to be going out for a few weeks at least, but I know you had a big announcement yesterday. I hope we can talk about it. But a brilliant name of a company. So it's Conscious Aviation, if I got that correct. Conscious Aerospace. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Conscious Aerospace, it's right behind us here. They lead one of our biggest projects. It's called the HAPS project, and they work on retrofitting an existing airplane into a hydrogen fuel cell powered airplane. And they just last week we heard they got the funding for the new phase, the second phase of the project, which is very big. So it's nice to get the confidence to move forward to the next phase.
Excellent. Well, I mean, just for the sake of the name, I wish that company so much success. I think Conscience is, it's the kind of thing that a lot of people are forgetting these days. And it's nice to see that people are turning this into a business model. Are there any other success stories you'd like to share with us as well?
I think maybe even mostly the scope of the project is the biggest success story. We got so many different companies, also not from aviation, that are coming together. So many knowledge institutes, and the way they are finding each other in projects like this, I think that's a success story on its own. And of course, aviation is something where innovation don't happen overnight. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a long haul as well. But I think if through projects like this they find each other and they collaborate and they start to trust each other, and that's going to make a big difference in the coming decennia as well.
Yeah, okay, that's brilliant. And just tell me for yourself as well, how did you find this institution, and how should somebody else find you if they want to get involved?
It's a very good question, because actually I have no background in aviation at all. I'm one of the very few in my surroundings here. But I come from a background of sustainable management, where everything is focused on cross-sectoral partnerships, working together between industry, NGOs, as well as the government institutes. So it links very well with that, with my view of sustainability. And I think you already mentioned before as well. I think that's the idea of the podcast as well, is that being sustainable can be competitive, and I think that's the basis of LIT. Is we want to make it more sustainable, but we want to create economic competitiveness for at least the Dutch economy as well. And I think that's the way to go, because if you can prove that and you can showcase that it works, that's how you get more companies on board, and that's how you can get lasting innovation and sustainability.
Yeah, we always say if it's not profitable, it's not sustainable. In 10, maybe 20 years' time, it's going to switch around. If it's not sustainable, it's not profitable. Yeah. But we always say we want to motivate everyone in the company, and we have to start with the CFO. Because if the CFO isn't happy, we're not going to be allowed to do all the other cool stuff.
Yeah, and you can't just break down the whole idea of how the market works. That's just, it's about not making profit, but you need to stay up. I think it's not a bad thing to talk about making profits. It's actually a good thing, because if you can make profits while being sustainable, then you're ready for the future. Yeah,
you're ticking all the boxes. And I don't know if you feel the same way. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you agree it's a lot easier than you think to be sustainable and profitable, to actually create new business models through sustainability?
I think definitely new business models for sure, and I think we're finding it out every day. I think with the big innovations in aviation industry, but other industries as well, that's where the difficult part is. It's like you need so many big investments to make it happen, and I think everyone knows that it's gonna happen and it's gonna be profitable, but with such a long time frame that it can be hard for a company to actually invest in it and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. But I think through projects like LIT, we can help a little bit and do our part.
And if there's an organization out there that wants to become part of LIT, to profit from your fund, but also to become part of your own ecosystem, do they have to be Dutch?
No, definitely not. We have many Dutch partners, but also many international ones. I think that's very important as well. Aviation is not something that happens within one country. It's an international industry, and you have to tap into the European industry, but also the worldwide ecosystem. So no, you don't have to be Dutch, definitely not. Just reach out. I think on our website you can see all of the projects, and I think new knowledge is always welcome. And we have some smaller projects where people can apply for vouchers or for smaller inventions or smaller projects as well. So if you are out there and you have an idea that needs some background funding, we have some projects for that as well.
You heard it here first, folks. So go to the LIT website. Yeah. What is the website?
It's lit.aero.
lit.aero.
Yeah.
If you go to this website, if you put in the code Progress Factors, you get 10% more sponsorship. No, that's a lie, but it would be good. Maybe we'll work on that deal.
I'd love to.
I'm going to be speaking with your manager, Ron, next week. Maybe we'll be able to negotiate there. But no, joking aside, I think it's absolutely wonderful what you're doing. I'm not going to shake your hand because I think you've got some work to do there on the medical side. But I really appreciate you taking the time here. I know you're a busy man at the fair.
Yeah, well, thank you. This is, for me, this is what I would love to do here. Because just speaking, also because you're not from the aviation industry, then that's what it's about. Just connecting worlds, connecting industries. So thank you.
That's absolutely fine. All right, well, good luck to you with the rest of the fair.
Thank you.
Cheers.